Hey everybody, Charlie and I are two here, and welcome back to Pentiment. We last left off, we were dining with the devil here, Father Gurneau, and we're trying to kind of ease tensions just so we can get intel out of him and make him maybe not suspect us as much, but we are definitely not going to take his side. I can guarantee you of that. Let's continue. The forest belongs to the abbey and the peasants have no right to use it. That sentence alone makes me not want to do any type of business with you at all. Legally, it's theft, he says. Does it harm the abbey to let the townsfolk pick up sticks? Why bring the issue up with me then? You need to talk to the townsfolk, not me. I don't have a stake in this. You're being a pedantic ass. I really want to say that one. But we're going to say there's no harm in picking up sticks. Such theft deprives the abbey of its natural resources. Since the abbey does not produce anything else, it must be able to sustain itself somehow, especially under such financial stress. As we eat pheasant and sausage and luchbrau, or whatever this is, and this pie and wine. Have you no pity for anyone in Tassing? I am more upset to hear the townsfolk have no pity for us. I hear they will continue their disobedience by collecting herbs on St. John's Eve. The whole town knows I've forbidden it. The matter is grave, and I will excommunicate anyone who defies my order. You need to die. You will condemn the town over something so petty. That certainly creates an ultimatum. That's insane. You would condemn the town. That is up to them. Let me eat your Lebkuchen then. Remaining impartial will be impossible as long as you're in town. Support me in ending this foolish rebellion. You have a reputation in town, Andreas. You're a successful man, and the townsfolk believe they are like you. I'd like you to convince the other townsfolk, the printer, for example, that this uprising is not in their best interests. The rest of the town will follow, and the peasants will have no chance to resist. We can end this peacefully. I am not going to side with your pious ass. I don't want the town to come under harm. It is a precarious situation, but I understand your point of view, Father. The peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I want no part in this either way. I don't have a stake in this, and I don't want to make enemies. Peasants are right, Father. You have been too harsh to them. I won't help you. Damn your plan, and damn you, Father. Boom, we're saying it. Honestly, Andreas, I've invited you in and asked you a genuine request, and this is how you respond? Yes, you are an ass. Perhaps I should have known better, but I was hoping. Please take more time to think about it. I apologize. We must conclude for now. I must excuse myself. I'm expected to lead a service at Compline tonight. Think on what we've discussed, Andreas. I trust you'll find your way out. I will, Father Abbot. Good night. All right, so is this leading to a slaughter of the town? This would be like Obsidian, right? So I'm assuming, and once again, you know what happens when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, but for now, if I side with the abbot, maybe I can convince the peasants not to rebel, and there won't be bloodshed, but they'll also be stuck under the thumb of the theocracy here. Or if I side with the peasants, they'll probably rebel and they'll probably all get slaughtered, and then I'll still just feel bad. So, like, there's no right option, right? Like, you could take the moral right choice, but it's going to end up getting everybody killed, right? I'm still going to do it because it's a video game. I'm not actually getting people killed, so let's just see what happens. I'm supposed to go to sleep, right? Yes. Wait a minute. He said he's had a sermon to give at Compline. The mystic said that there would be like murder or something on Compline. So maybe he's the one that's going to die. And now we're back at square one. What a stunning collection of wildflowers. They all grow so plentifully in the meadow. Let's go to bed and see what happens. It's my motto for life. It's not really. Don't actually take that to heart. Golden Hand guest room. Where's that boy? He's not here. What am I supposed to be doing? I thought I was supposed to go to bed. Oh, I gotta go to the commons and find them. Has something happened? It's too quiet. I feel like something has happened. We're going to be forced to walk by that church again. Maybe the mystic is going to say something else, have another vision. And no. Town Commons. Everybody's here, it looks like. Attilia? Well, well, Andreas the painter. Good to see you too, Attilia. When did I say it was good to see you? The only reason I remember you is because you bother me about that rat, the Baron. Anyway, no time to talk now, fancy man. It's time to call to the fire. Call? What is that? Alda ans mama perchta. Nos ardeng guest gaud pertil? Pivi nos clamenti. Ha ha ha. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go. Enjoy the evening. But if you want my advice, stay out of the woods tonight. Stay out of the woods tonight. Oh yeah, because they're supposed to go get herbs, right? Casper, we need to stay out of this. Look at how big the bonfire is. The decorations are so fancy. The St. John's Eve Festival is a big event for Tassie, and I missed it last time I was here. Haven't you ever been to a festival like this, Casper? The festivals in Nuremberg are much bigger. Tassie is quite tame comparatively. No, let's not be a one-upper. Let's just let's ask if Casper's ever been to anything like this. No, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes and watch them collect herbs, Master Mailer, please? No, it's late. I don't want to risk the abbot's anger. Let's just head back and go to sleep. I don't want to get Casper killed. So let's head back and go to sleep. Alright, fine. Let's talk to everybody, though, while we're here. Werner. Andres. Salutations, you must be that illustrious artist. Baltazar Eisenkopf, pleased to meet you, but please call me Baltas, please. It's much more familiar. Master Andreas Mailer, pleased to meet you. Yes, yes, you're Mailer, we all know. Let's cut the long-winded pleasantries. Could you behave yourself for one conversation? What brings you to Tassing, Baltas? Baltazar here decided to stay in this godforsaken town for whatever unfathomable reason, because after his cart broke. It is not unfathomable. I enjoy the calming vistas, the peace, and the quiet. Has been neither lately. And what is it that you do, Baltus? We're not going to talk about Otto right now. He's an inventor of sorts. I make all manner of mechanical contraptions. For all the use it is. The mind of the inventor exists to create, to build, to go one step further. One step further towards the garbage heap. Very inspiring thought, Baltus. It makes sense you'd also be rude to your friend to your friends Werner. Very inspiring. Why, thank you, Master Artist. Speaking of, have you had a chance to look around town tonight? I imagine the sights could also be inspiring to your artistic mind. Tassine certainly looks cheerful with the decorations and the bonfire. Indeed, look at their peasant ingenuity. Consider the bonfire itself. It is built to allow the air and the heat to flow through it at great speed, and how it roars. It is a clever piece of construction, but Otto's a clever man. It is a feat almost worthy of a university degree. These people have natural traditions. They've managed to figure out many clever things without even the most cursory education. It is a knowledge that hails from preceding generations' lived experience passed along the chain of time. Not quite the knowledge of a rigorously educated mind, perhaps, but nonetheless useful. You don't need a university education to be smart. Big facts. Of course, you would say that neither of you know these people like I do. God has assigned them their place in the order of the world for good reason. There's some merit in learning from the peasants, even you, Werner, given their understanding of herbal remedies. Their traditions are profane. Consider the eve of St. John tainted by their pagan rituals. It is an affront to Christ. St. Eligius, patron saint of goldsmiths, bishop of Noyen Tournai, worked tirelessly to convert the pagans of Flanders to Christianity. Stupid, sexy Flanders. And nothing has come of these pagan festivals in all of that time. The harm infects a man's eternal soul. You might not see it, but God can. Where'd this newfound piety come from? Don't pretend to know anything about me. I've been on the pilgrimage to Aachen. Located in the western edge of the Rhineland, Aachen is an ancient city built around thermal baths. It houses the remains of Charlemagne as well as many other relics. I visited the Marian Shrine and stood in the presence of those holy relics. An ornate golden reliquary in Aachen Cathedral, it holds the swaddling clothes and loincloth of Jesus, the Virgin Mary's dress, and the decapitation cloth of John the Baptist. To be in the presence of St. John the Baptist's beheading cloth was an experience I will never forget. But how do you know it's true? I haven't managed the pilgrimage myself, but I hope to. I'm glad you had an experience. Your family must be proud. They are. He didn't sense the sarcasm. Grand, now I think it's time we return to the festival. We're here to celebrate. I'll let you continue with your evening then. Good night. Oh, very good night. Well, and do come by my workshop, Master Mailer. I would love to exchange ideas. It would be my pleasure. Splendid. Until then. Mailer, where is your workshop? Il Peter, what's up, brother? Good evening, Andreas. Nice to see you here. Grandpa, look who it is. Eh? Oh, the artist. You're still around? I thought to stay and enjoy the festivities. Pah, call this a festival? Cough. You haven't seen anything yet. You're not going to tell the story again, are you? You kids need to learn it by heart, else Perchta will run you down. Ah, is this about the Wild Hunt and Geralt, the Witcher? In Germanic folklore, the Wild Hunt is a supernatural cavalcade of spirits and fiends which may cause destruction or portend war and other catastrophic, if not adequately appease. Catastrophe, rather. The Wild Hunt is often led by a legendary figure such as Perchta or the Devil. Huh. Yes, it draws near. Heed my warning. Grandpa, you're getting agitated again. It's not good for your health. Nonsense, I can outlive any bastard out there. I mean, you have, right? So, where was I? The Wild Hunt. No, don't click on it. Select the choice. Yes, did you bring your mask? I didn't realize I was supposed to bring one. Ha, the fools I have to suffer. The masks are to protect us as we banish the witches and spirits into Perchta's path. She punishes all humans she finds in the woods on St. John's Eve, since only witches are out in the wilderness. Anyone caught will be turned into animals. No one but a priest can turn you back. Well, I guess I can imagine a worse punishment. Oh no, to be brought low to a mere beastly existence. I guess I can imagine a worse punishment. You joke, artist, but you won't be laughing when Perchta finds you. Stay indoors tonight. If you want to come outside, stay within the light of St. John's fire. At least St. Psyche blesses the herbs in the forest this night. And the women will gather the herbs regardless of that bastard abbot. It's certainly important to stockpile some for the winter. Thank you for teaching me more about local traditions. Cough. Hey, Big Jorg. Yep. You grab some of those ashes with you after the bonfires died down. Fine. What are the ashes for? It's to spread across the garden. It sure's a good harvest. Figures you city people don't know shit. Don't be like that, Grandpa. Now that story time is over, how are you enjoying the evening so far, Andreas? Spoken to a few other people here, very enlightening. It's the best time to spend time with your friends. Have you heard anything interesting? Ah, gossip. You two are like the burner in the forest. Smokey, that's the one. Always nosy about other people. Smokey is a bit inquisitive, but he's a good man. I've also been invited to have dinner with the abbot. I guess talking never stops. Ignore them. Yes, it's been fun to hear what people think about St. John's Eve. Maybe you'll get a few dances as well, huh, Andreas? I'd rather not. Hope you'll get the chance to dance with my dear. Can't see why you couldn't. Big Jorg is right there. Yes, Big Jorg. Oh. She just gave up the goat. So at first I thought she was just swimming with her girlfriend. But instead she's swimming with her girlfriend, if you get what I mean. Big Jorg. That's a sham. Okay. Well, I shouldn't keep you from the night's celebration until later. Was that Cat and Veronica? Where's Cat? Who is Cat? One of these is Cat. I don't remember which one. Is it this one? Are you Cat? No, that's Birgitta. Till... Hold on, we're going in the journal. We gotta find Cat. People. Where is Cat? Cat. There's Cat. Bowren. Franz Bauer. Mother of Martin Cat. Mother of Martin. Cat adores her son since his return to Tassing. Journal. Okay, so we don't have an entry. Okay. Just keep adding our brain bucket there. Hello, Master Mailer. Evening Till, enjoying the festival? Very much so. I perhaps feel a tad old for the more active side of the celebrations, but enjoy the sights and sounds. Did you know the word of the summer solstice leads back to the Romans? Why is your font different? There was an update to this game that I installed a couple episodes ago. Wonder if it changes some of these or if this is just part of the original story. I thought you didn't read Latin. I've picked up a few words over the years and I still have the mind to put two and two together. Admirable, I must admit. It's nothing, Master Mailer, mainly proverbs and the occasional word, hence solstium. Such as it looks at this time of year, the sun rises higher for a long time and then stays there before falling again. Solstice. A fitting allegory for the great cosmic arc of mankind, rise and fall. But to make up for that, dancing, leaping, songs, joy, and mirth. People do seem elated, although I don't think the same applies to Abbot Gurnot. But can all this really keep away the decline? He must become greater as I must decrease, the Baptist said. A threshold between times past and a new era to come. The sun fades away every year only to return. At least it never stays bad, does it? It is a roller coaster, but sometimes it feels as if it goes on forever. Nothing lasts forever, Master Mailer, except our Lord in heaven. I wish I could read more about all of this. Well, with the Abbey selling books from their library, hope I could get some for myself, but it proved to be far too expensive. Klaus and his printings have proven to be of more use and a fair bit cheaper. Does this mean you've read the 12 articles? I have. But that is not a talk to be had on this eve of celebration, Master Mailer. I see your point. We'll have you maybe come across any interesting tells. I have indeed, Master Mailer. Or, I didn't quite understand everything. The text was in Latin. It was by a Roman named Strabo, and it was about geography. That's why I noticed it. I don't believe I've had the chance to read anything by him. It was a fairly complicated read, I must admit. The book was about many kinds of barbarians, which also include the Reti tribe I read about years ago. The people who used to live on this very land before the Romans arrived. He calls the place Ratium and described it as a cluster of daub huts and its people hostile and warlike, only interested in hunting and fighting. There was something about Manus and his sons, but I couldn't understand a lot of it. In any case, when the Romans come, most of these locals were driven out, but some were captured to work in the fields and the mines. What happened to the locals who were forced out? No idea. I could imagine that after the Romans were driven off, when their empire started falling apart, maybe the barbarians came back. Were they really the same people or nomads from elsewhere? I guess we may never know. Thank you for the quick history. I'll let you get back to the festivities. Enjoy yourself tonight, Master Mailer. Till later. Let's go talk to Brigitte. Why, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andres. Andres, you're staying for the festival, I hope? Of course he's staying. Who would miss this? Especially after your burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire. That is a lot of alliteration there. Burly boys built beautiful bonfire. A burly boy like me would do anything for you, Dove. Couldn't help myself. Brigitte, Martin, you're both feeling very festive, I see. The food, the fires, the dancing. It really is a night to enjoy. It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of Blessed John, a vigil for he who prepared the way. Yes, yes. And he'd have liked everyone to have a good mood in their hearts and good food in their bellies. As a hermit who wandered in the desert living off locusts and wild honey, probably wouldn't agree. I don't think I could do this. I don't think I could eat locusts. I'm sorry. For those of you that do, more power to you. Eating insects is just not for me. I'd like to live off some wild honey myself, if you catch my meaning. Oh, such debauchery right in the sight of the bonfire. So are you going to heed Otto's call and go into the forest? No, I'm really not looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around. Even though you supported him earlier during his speech. And you, Brigitte, not gathering any herbs? My place is by Martin's side. The word of the abbot is the word of the church. It's improper to go against the word of the church. Only slightly less improper than all the time you spend with Veronica. Hee. So it is Brigitte. I thought it was Kat that spent time with Veronica. Oh, Brigitte. I'm sorry. It was a joke. It came out poorly. It's good for their heart to have cherished friends. It's fine. Andreas, I was about to say the bonfire is enough. We will dance with our legs until our legs begin to waver, right, Martin? Would not miss it for the world. That's delightful. I hope you have a great evening. You as well, Andres. So it is Brigitte. Brigitte and Veronica. Sitting in a tree. Yep. So everybody just thinks they're good friends, huh? But yet they go skinny dipping at night. Well, we have a choice. Do we go in the forest? Or do we go to sleep? To be quite honest, I think we go to sleep. As lame as that sounds. Because I want to be able, when the chance comes to... well, I assume there's going to be a chance that will come to kind of like weigh in on one side or the other. If we're in the forest with them, then we're technically breaking the law. So let's not break the law. And let's try to stay neutral here by going to sleep. Because I got the kid, so he doesn't go there. Yeah, let's go to sleep. Let's see what happens. What's the point of the hat? Like, you see this in, like, old books and stuff. Like, people wearing nightcaps, not to drink. But, like, is that because it was so cold? I guess it was because it was cold, right? Oh, no. We're here again. Back in the maze. Oh, this is the labyrinth that we saw, wasn't it? So we have to go... Well, this is the only way in. So we just have to follow it all the way around. Yeah, this is the labyrinth we saw for the Mother Mary's labyrinth, right? But this, I mean, if it's, is it really a labyrinth if there's no choice? It's just a really long path. Sabine, what is it? What? Come home. I will soon. You're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in London? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? This was never about love, Sabine. As much as you had for me. Of course there was. So this was an arranged marriage. It's clear our protagonist did not have any love for this woman. It was never about love. Not at first, no. But I suppose it was too much to hope that a seed of tenderness could grow between us. I hate talking to you when you... No, we're not going to be mean. Say nothing. Fine. Go back to your little schemes, the only thing that make you happy. This house is so lovely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop. Leave me alone. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop. Just leave me alone just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. Him. Who is he referring to? Dream about him. Is Andreas. Is Andreas got a lover? That's a he? Because that would be an interesting twist. August. Oh, no. Never mind. I took that the complete wrong direction. It's his child. His child is dead, isn't he? Hello, August. I know you aren't going to say anything. You never say anything. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. Plague. I suppose there's not much one can do against plague. Do you get tired where you are? Last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. I couldn't come to bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there, just waiting for you to say goodnight. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. Do I remember your mother as she is? So, she put as she is, so she's still alive. And he's just wondering if he remembers her face correctly. Or am I just thinking of some perversion of Daniel's portrait? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you hate them? I don't think we hate her, I just don't think we love her. I loved you, little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night. And I find my way back to her. Back to you. I love you, August. Good night. Oh, that's just heart-wrenching. I don't even want to think about that personally. Oh, we got a lot more tricksters and jokesters here now, though, don't we? We've got an angel with her wings bound. We've got a bunch of just jokers and layabouts just kind of everywhere. What has happened to this place? Where's Prester John? And where are Socrates and Saint Grabain? Grabain wasn't on the ship of fools. Won't you answer me? No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once Melancholia. I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? More and less than caution? The ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis, paralysis that breeds despair. Melancholia. What happened to the others? What happens to you happens to us. The foundations of this city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. But it's only June. No, life's autumn. How did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you made have brought you here. What I'm supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to help someone. Is Casper still asleep? Ah, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There's still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there's still hope for us. Wake up, Andres. So that's why he has that apprentice and cares about him so much. Oh no, he's gone. I bet he got up and went to the forest. Oh, we gotta find Casper because he's like our surrogate child, right? Alright, we're going to do that next episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.